Hi! Today I want to read a book called Julius, the Baby of the World by Henkes. I like this author. He wrote a book that a lot of you probably have heard of before called Chrysanthemum. And probably you've also heard of Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. And all his characters are little mice. So it's kind of cool. Henkes is the author and the illustrator. So that means he wrote the words and he drew the pictures. That's a big job. Julius, the baby of the world. Let's read together. Before Julius was born, Lily was the best big sister in the world. She gave him things, she told him secrets, and she sang lullabies to him every night. So let's get a closer look at the picture. You see the mama mouse has the baby in her tummy still. So they're saying that Lily is a good big sister, but the baby's not born yet. Kind of easy to be a good big sister when there's actually not a baby around yet, huh? Yeah. After Julius was born, it was a different story. Lily took her things back. She pinched his tail, and she yelled insulting comments into his crib. There she is saying, "These are mine." Look at her little face. She is not happy. "I am the queen," said Lily, "and I hate Julius." Oh my goodness. But her parents loved him. They kissed his wet pink nose. They admired his small black eyes, and they stroked his sweet white fur. Lily thought his wet pink nose was slimy. She thought his small black eyes were beady. And she thought his sweet white fur was not so sweet, especially when he needed his diaper changed. "Julius is the baby of the world," chimed Lily's parents. "Disgusting," said Lily. There's a word for what Lily is feeling. Do you know that word? She's feeling jealous of the new baby. That happens to a lot of us when a new baby comes around, huh? Lily had to share her room with Julius. "After Julius goes away, do I get my room back?" she asked. "Julius isn't going anywhere," said Lily's mother. And he didn't. He stayed and stayed and stayed. Yeah, new babies do stay, don't they? Lily was supposed to be very quiet while Julius slept. "After Julius goes away, can I talk like a normal person again?" she shouted. "Julius isn't going anywhere," said Lily's father. And he didn't. He stayed and stayed and stayed. And I wonder if you can see these pictures of Julius, and notice he is getting what? Bigger and bigger and bigger. So time is passing and Julius is growing up, but Lily still does not seem to like her baby brother. "We want Julius to grow up to be as extraordinary as you," said Lily's mother. "So we must tell him constantly how beautiful he is and how much we love him." And here's the dad and the mom. The dad is saying, "We love you, Julius." And the mom is saying, "You are beautiful, Julius." And they're looking into his crib. When no one was looking, Lily had her own idea. Okay, so there's Lily all by herself saying, "I hate you. You're ugly." Oh my goodness. "We want Julius to grow up to be as clever as you," said Lily's father, "so we must sing him his numbers and letters whenever possible." So there's the mom and dad, and they're singing him his numbers and his letters. When no one was looking, Lily had her own idea, and she's singing the numbers and letters out of order. She doesn't want him to grow up to be smart. She wants to trick him. Lily's parents were more than a bit doubtful about leaving the two of them alone together. Lily tried to frighten Julius with her nifty disguises. She learned magic and tried to make him disappear. When that didn't work, she simply pretended that he didn't exist. So there she is with her disguise. There she is doing magic. And now he's crying. And she says, "Baby? What baby? Oh, I don't hear anything." Poor Julius, huh? Lily spent more time than usual in the uncooperative chair. And do you have a chair like that in your house? Maybe a timeout chair? So she's not behaving herself at home. Lily's parents showered her with hugs and kisses and treats of all shapes and sizes. They even let her stay up 15 minutes later every night. It didn't matter. Nothing worked. "I am the queen," said Lily, "and I hate Julius." But her parents loved him. They kissed his wet pink nose. They admired his small black eyes, and they stroked his sweet white fur. "Julius is the baby of the world," chimed Lily's parents. "Disgusting," said Lily. Lily's parents were amused when Julius blew a bubble. "Can you believe it?" they exclaimed. But if Lily did the exact same thing, they said, "Lily, let's mind our manners, please." Kind of cute if a baby blows a spit bubble, but not so cute if a big kid does it, right? Lily's parents were dazzled when Julius babbled and gurgled. "Such a vocabulary!" they exclaimed. But if Lily did the exact same thing, they said, "Lily, let's act our age, please." And there you see the baby is saying, "Ga, ooh, ga." And Lily is doing the same thing. But that's not cute. She needs to speak like a big girl, doesn't she? Lily's parents were amazed when Julius screamed. "What lung capacity!" they exclaimed. But if Lily did the exact same thing, they said, "Lily, let's restrain ourselves, please." One morning, while Lily was busy playing opera, her mother said, "Why don't you put some of that verbal exuberance to good use? Why don't you tell Julius a nice story?" "He's too little to understand a story," said Lily. "He can understand it in his own way," said Lily's mother. "Okay," said Lily, smiling. "Julius, the germ of the world, by me," said Lily. "Once upon a time," said Lily, "there was a baby. His name was Julius. Julius was really a germ. He was like dust under your bed. If he was a number, he would be 0. If he was a food, he would be a raisin. 0 is nothing. A raisin tastes like dirt. The end," said Lily. The story earned her 10 minutes in the uncooperative chair. So I don't think Mom liked that story very much. That was not a nice story, was it? Lily warned her friends Chester and Wilson and Victor about babies. "Trust me, they're dreadful," she said. She warned strangers about babies too. "You will live to regret that bump under your dress," she said. So she's telling that little mama that babies are not so great. But I don't believe it, do you? Lily ran away 7 times in one morning. "I'm really leaving this time," she called. "Who knows where they'll find me?" The same afternoon, Lily had a tea party and everyone came. Everyone but Julius. "His invitation must have been lost in the mail," she explained. Who came to her tea party, huh? Stuffed animals and toys, right? We like to have those kinds of tea parties. Lily had glorious dreams about Julius. Oh my goodness, that's scary. And ghastly nightmares too. Oh my goodness, that's very scary. Lily's parents showered her with compliments and praise and niceties of all shapes and sizes. They even let her drink her juice out of the antique china cup. It didn't matter. Nothing worked. "I am the queen," said Lily, "and I hate Julius." And she's drawn a picture here of her being the queen. And she's got mom and dad. And she says the entire complete family. That's all there is, really. So she's drawing a picture as if there is no baby brother. I think Lily misses being the only child in the family. But her parents loved him. They kissed his wet pink nose. They admired his small black eyes, and they stroked his sweet white fur. "Julius is the baby of the world," chimed Lily's parents. "Disgusting," said Lily. When Lily's mother felt up to it, she planned a festive celebration in honor of Julius. That's a fancy way of saying they were going to have a party for the baby. All the relatives came. There was quite a spread. That means yummy food. "What's the big deal?" said Lily. "Haven't they all seen a silly lump before?" She's calling the baby a silly lump. I don't think that's very nice, huh? Apparently not. All afternoon, the relatives hovered over Julius. They kissed his wet pink nose. They admired his small black eyes, and they stroked his sweet white fur. And there's the baby's basket, and everybody's looking at the baby, and nobody's paying attention to Lily. How does it feel when no one's paying attention to you? It doesn't feel good, huh? It's upsetting. "Disgusting," said Cousin Garland. "What?" said Lily. "Julius," said Cousin Garland. "I think his wet pink nose is slimy. I think his sweet white fur is not so sweet. I think his small black eyes are beady. He needs his diaper changed." Lily's nose twitched. Her eyes narrowed. Her fur stood on end and her tail quivered. "You're talking about my brother," said Lily. "And for your information, his nose is shiny, his eyes are sparkly, and his fur smells like perfume." Cousin Garland was speechless. "He can blow bubbles," continued Lily. "He can babble and gurgle, and he can scream better than anyone." Cousin Garland tried to slink out of the room. "Stop," said Lily. "I am the queen. Watch me closely." Lily picked up Julius. She kissed his wet pink nose. She admired his small black eyes, and she stroked his sweet white fur. Oh my goodness, this is a first, huh? Your turn, said Lily, handing Julius over to Cousin Garland. Kiss, admire, stroke, Lily commanded. Now repeat after me, said Lily. Julius is the baby of the world. Julius is the baby of the world, said Cousin Garland. Louder, said Lily. Julius is the baby of the world. And from then on, he was, in everyone's opinion, especially in Lily's. The end. Wow, so the whole story, Lily did not like her baby brother, but then finally when somebody said they didn't like him, oh no, you're not going to talk about my brother that way, right? Yeah. Well, I know that all of you watching, if you are a big brother or a big sister, you are much nicer to your little baby than Lily was to Julius, right? I hope so. Thanks for watching.